Hi, Janice. I really enjoyed your video. Wow. What a descriptor of everything that you're doing throughout the day. You have an incredible workload. But then again, we know this is as part of being an administrator, this is a role, and you're actually doing two. You're, working in one capacity and then you're training in another during the internship. So it's kind of a double load. But I have to be very honest with you, it's probably not going to change. Um, my responsibilities and time obligations as a principal and a superintendent were very much the same. And you were right on when you talked about weekends. I normally got up very early in both capacities and went to work and tried to salvage an hour or two where I could just kind of put my thoughts together for the day, because once my day started, it was no longer my time, it belonged to everyone else. I mean, there were meetings worked in there, and then people stopped me. And if you're going to get out and problem solve, you got to be visible so people can come up and talk to you about things and they want to see you. So you can do that. And at the end of the day, I normally want a couple hours to clean my desk off and put a couple key things out there that I wanted to start working on the next morning. And then I took work home, things that I could read, which I normally fell asleep with in bed and took me a lot longer. But that was my life in both situations. And then weekends rolled around, and it was just like you said. At that point, then I was driving as a superintendent or as a principal to support my students, whether it was basketball games or football games or chorus or band or whatever. Those obligations then step in, and it wasn't as predominant when I was principal, but when I became superintendent, then I was, meeting with the county commission. I was speaking before the civic groups. Then I had the role demand from all the schools, and you literally have to kind of figure out what can you do and what can't you do. But every second of your day will be consumed. I always advise all administrators, regardless of your position, to find time for yourself. You have to just pencil it in. I would tell my secretary, okay, Thursday afternoon is mine. And then I took it. I used that time to just reflect or meet with some other superintendents or principals or talk or whatever you need to do, create a blog site. But you got to find that time, and if you don't, you'll go crazy. There's a lot of research that says that nonstop working, people that work nonstop and don't take regular breaks or don't work in are not as productive as the people who work nonstop. So think in terms of what you want to be and how productive you want to be, and then schedule yourself accordingly. But you have to make time for yourself. And I know it's hard in the internship, but when you get into that final role that you want, make that time. Thanks. Have a good week yourself.